Hello, I'm Reema Chandra and welcome to Cooking Without Boundaries. Cooking without boundaries to me means breaking out of many boundaries, whether it's cuisine, culture, or simple ones like recipes, ingredients, and skills. Creating conversations, sharing and nurturing my passion, and hoping to inspire you is what Cooking Without Boundaries means to me. Hello, and so good to be with you again. And it's even better when I hear from you and know that you are cooking without boundaries. Let's do some more cooking today in my kitchen without boundaries. We are going to pick up a very common ingredient which is found in our kitchen, in our pantry, in our refrigerator. It'll be hard to believe that how common it is. And we'll make about 3 to 4 dishes using that common ingredient in our dishes. They'll be quick, they'll be easy, they'll be healthy, and they'll be tasty. Let's break the surprise. The theme ingredient for today is garlic. Garlic is actually from the same family as onions, shallots, leeks, chives, etc. It can be considered as an herb or a vegetable, and it has a pungent smell that we all know of, and it is particularly intense when a garlic clove is crushed. That is because a certain reaction happens, and that's why we smell it. Nonetheless, when you cook it, that smell becomes appetizing. Garlic has been used for thousands of years. There are some writings that will say that it has been in use for over 7,000 years. Ancient Greeks and Romans, they all knew it. It's interesting, there's an interesting fact about garlic that in ancient Greeks and Roman weddings, brides actually carried bouquet of garlic and other herbs and not flowers that we commonly see now. So that's how important garlic has been for thousands of years in our cuisine, in our medicine. Total amount of garlic produced annually all over the world is over 50 billion pounds. And US is only the 6th largest producer of garlic, even though California is considered the capital of the garlic world. Let's cook 4 dishes with garlic today. We'll start with garlic flavored baked fish. We'll go on to making garlic flavored baby potatoes, and then garlic scented eggplant slices, and we'll end with garlic tempered red lentils. So one thing to remember while buying garlic is that you pick up a bulb and it should be firm, tight, dry, and it should feel packed. Sometimes they have peeled garlic, but don't buy the old ones. Garlic flavored baked fish. Today when I was a fish, of course we don't have it from ahead of time. We want to make fish today, so I picked up fish. I went to the shop and cod was on sale, so I said, well, let's cook cod. So today we will make baked garlic flavored baked cod, and I washed it. I washed the fillet, I wrapped it in paper towel to soak extra moisture, and this is the fillet that it is. Let's add things to the fillet, and then we will add it to the cast iron skillet on stove. As the name suggests, garlic flavored baked fish, so it will have a lot of garlic. There are 2 big fillets here, so we'll take 4 tablespoons of garlic paste, and so roughly about 2 tablespoons each fillet. There we go. We add about half a teaspoon, let me use the half one, half a teaspoon of salt to each fillet. Actually, not even half, it's quarter. See, I am also changing while adding things to ingredients to fish. And it's okay to do that. Once we are following a recipe, sometimes we need to bring our own senses of, is it too much, or should we cut down, or should we add more, things like that. Little bit of a pinch of paprika on each fillet. And I love to add honey, so a teaspoon of honey. There it is. Sometimes you can mix all of it in one bowl, make a paste of it, and then smear it on fillet. But we are going to do this way today. So let's do that. Turn the fillet. It's infusing. Two tablespoons of oil, cooking oil. Spread the oil. Sizzling sound, smell of garlic. Dinner is going to be good today. And we are going to lay these two fillets on the skillet here. Very good. Excellent. If you have a bigger skillet, please go ahead and use it. I do have a bigger one, but it's a little too big for two fillets, so I chose this one for today's cooking. Whatever extra you have left on the platter where you added spices to the fish, scrape it all off and put it on fish. There. The flame should be medium. Pan should be centered. This is sizzling, this is smelling good, and it's cooking. We will leave it for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on one side, turn it over another minute or 1.5 minutes to 2, and then bring this cast iron skillet itself with the fish on it into the oven, and it'll bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll be checking with fork whether it is done or not before we take it out. So that's the plan. So when I flip these two fillets, I see that it's already getting cooked. So we are going to reduce the time on stove and now going to put it in the oven. Sometimes you know fish is so fresh and tender that they cook very quickly, which is how it should be. So we have good piece of fish here. We just need to change our plan a little bit and put it in the oven now for maybe another 10 minutes, okay? It smells so good. I feel like eating it now, but we have to cook other dishes. Garlic flavored baby potatoes. Potatoes we cook often in our meals, and garlic we use often. So now I'm going to mix the two and make garlic flavored baby potatoes. Yum, yum, yum. Kids love it. And for that we need garlic, chopped garlic or crushed garlic, either will do. Again, measuring garlic is just your own preference. I used 4 tablespoons of garlic for the fish. If I had another extra tablespoon left, then I would have just used it all up, or if I had one less, I would have done with 3. So lots of garlic once it is cooked tastes very good. So we should not hold from using another spoon or so. 1 tablespoon of butter. This is a non-stick shallow frying pan, so I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter, and once the pan is coated and the butter is melted, we will add, the flame should be medium, which it is. We'll add chopped garlic, 3 teaspoons of it. Stir it. Fresh garlic, smell of that is just unbelievable. And add the potatoes. These are the baby potatoes that I washed and dried. Add them in. Keep them whole. Children love it when they see these little potatoes on their plate as whole. They like to bite into it. And these potatoes are going to take some time. I picked up a small bag of baby potatoes at the supermarket, and this was about 2 pounds. And I made it all because I want to have this for my dinner tonight for the family. There might be some left over after that. Where did I leave my lid? So we are going to cover it with lid, let it cook on medium to low flame for 5 minutes, stir it again, let it cook with the lid on for another 5 minutes. And by then I think the potatoes would be cooked. You should check with a fork. And once that is done, then we will add salt, a little bit of paprika or crushed black pepper, and a little bit of garlic paste to finish off the dish. So let's cover it with the lid. On to our next dish with garlic in it. Garlic infused eggplant slices that we're going to cook now. For that, what I'm going to do is, this is 1.5 tablespoons of garlic paste. So I'm going to add this to the bowl where I have where I have eggplant slices, and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, salt. For 8 slices of eggplant, I would say little less than a teaspoon, and a little bit of oil just to mix it all together well. And we are also going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to the pan. Now here in this bowl we have everything that is going to go on eggplant. So let's smear it well on eggplant slices, and then we are going to place eggplant slices on the pan here. Use your fingers and coat these slices, eggplant slices, with garlic, paprika, salt, and coat it well. Something very similar to fish. So if you didn't want to make fish, and if you just had vegetables and you wanted to make only vegetables, then this is something very similar to that, and it doesn't require much work or ingredients. So let's put these in the pan here. Wonderful. Smells good and sizzles well. So I'm trying to be very ambitious here, fitting 8 slices in this little pan, and I will squeeze in. I was just saying that, let's keep it real. Don't we all try to do that? This is all in. I scooped up any garlic that was in the bowl and put it in here. With eggplant, the trick is you cannot have the flame very low. It will not cook well. So you want to have just the right flame. Right now we have it on medium, and we're going to let it sit for, let's say, a minute, and then flip it and then let it cook again. After we flip it, we'll cover it with a lid for another 2-3 minutes and let it cook in its own steam. Ready to flip? Let's do it. Looks very good. These eggplant slices can also be very good lunch item. I often do it. I cut them thicker and then I'll quickly, cook it on this skillet and use it between 2 slices of bread or buns. Make it a burger or eggplant panini or eggplant sandwich, and it really tastes very good because there is a little bit of flavor added to the eggplant here. I add lettuce and tomatoes or cheese if I want, and if not, then that's fine too. So coming back to today's eggplant, I have placed a lid on this pan for it to cook in its own steam. The eggplants are going to get cooked, and it's going to take about 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes at the most, and it'll be done then. Red lentils tempered with garlic. That's our another garlic dish today, and our last one. We have cooked red lentils many times on the show before also, but just to refresh your memory, take a cup of red lentils, add 4 cups of water to it, put it on the stove in a pan, a shallow pan, a saucepan kind pan, for about 20 minutes or so on low flame to simmer, and it will simmer and simmer and simmer, and the lentils will get cooked, and it will change color into a pale yellow color, and this is what it looks like, a cooked 1 cup red lentil. So I did that, right? And now we are going to temper it with chopped garlic. So this is hot pan. Add 1 teaspoon of butter to it. Okay. 2 teaspoons of chopped or crushed garlic. Saute and cook the garlic for probably 30 seconds to a minute. I can smell it. Everything happens very quickly, so you have to have things ready here so that butter doesn't burn or garlic doesn't burn. So I do have tomato here. So add half cup of chopped tomato. And now put these 2 things together here on the stove. Fresh chopped tomatoes, fresh crushed garlic, fresh lentils cooked, everything fresh, and all of it melting in this pot is what I often say that I call cooking without boundaries. And that's what I feel again today. Once tomatoes have cooked a little, melted together, the garlic is infused into tomatoes, we will add lentils that we cooked earlier, and we'll add salt to taste, some crushed black pepper, freshly crushed black pepper, and garnish it with, if you want to garnish it with cilantro, you can do that, or chopped scallions, you can do that, or chopped chives, you can do that. Any of those things. Scallions, chives, all of those belong to the same family as garlic, so they don't interfere with each other's flavor, but rather enhance it. Let's add lentils. Ready? Okay. Mix it well and let it simmer. Let it simmer for a few minutes because all the flavors need to get infused into each other. We add salt. For a cup of lentils cooked and turned into this kind of quantity, I would certainly add 1 teaspoon. So let's do 1 teaspoon. And if we need more, we can add it later once we taste it. It's always good to start with low salt, and then if you want to add more, you can. We're going to add now 1/8 of teaspoon of freshly crushed black pepper. So we did it again. We came out of our boundaries. We picked garlic as our theme ingredient today. We made 4 dishes. We made garlic flavored baked cod. We made garlic flavored eggplant slices. We made garlic scented, garlic infused, garlic flavored, whatever you call it, baby potatoes. And then we made red lentils. You can use it as soup or just as lentils as side dish. And that we tempered with garlic. So garlic in all of these, and we have known for thousands of years use of garlic in our cuisine, in our medicine, in our everyday life, and how common, how important, how delicious of an ingredient garlic is. And you can do it. You have it, I'm sure, in your pantry or refrigerator or your or basket. I had fun, and I hope you did too. You have any question, you have any concern, you have any request, please write to me at reema@sharontv.com or call me at 617-504-5136. Whenever I get emails in my inbox asking about certain episode or certain dish or certain recipes, I will write back to you. I will call you back. I look forward to hearing from you and look forward to seeing you again. Until then, happy cooking without boundaries.